You're on.
Go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, live, it's the Manny Nowak Show in Glassboro, New Jersey at the Marriott Hotel.
And we're here today at the Marketing Automation Boot Camp, and we're excited to have you here with us. We're going to do a short broadcast, just introduce a few people to you, talk about how it's going. And if you're not here, we still got time this afternoon. Get in your car, come on down. Come on down tomorrow. We're going to be here for the whole day. And we're going to be here till 8 o'clock tonight.
Yeah, great crowd so far. I think we have about 40 in attendance right now, and then more coming tomorrow, right, Manny?
You got it. We got a good crowd, and everybody's excited. Right, Eli?
And they're coming in. They're coming in. They're hearing all about it, and they're coming in from all over Gloucester County and Camden and Burlington to see what Manny has to teach everybody.
Right, we had some great presentations starting this morning. Manny started off with visions and goals and, you know, the sales technique. Eleanor did a great job, I thought, Dress for Success.
Absolutely. Outstanding piece that kind of meshed tremendously with the networking stuff that we were doing.
And then don't you have Orlando coming up? Orlando Riviera and Janet Garrity?
We got Janet coming up. Orlando's going to do some commercial stuff.
Okay.
Right,
Yeah,
George
and
Warner is going to speak a little bit on sales.
Yep. And Larry Steller's coming in, and
Oh, Larry, dream, believe, and
gee,
boy, Chief, if you haven't seen Larry, boy, I tell you, grit and determination are the two things that describe Larry.
I'm doing pictures.
yeah.
And of course, Eli, behind the lens.
Behind the lens. That's it, right?
Great program. Everybody's interacting really well, asking a lot of good questions, having a good time.
So, Manny, of the last couple, this is like the third or fourth one you've done now, third one. What have you seen some of the differences going forward? I think a little bit more participation this year, right?
Absolutely. And we also have many more women.
That's right. That's right. Good
Because
point.
I think we initially were accused of being a guy-only event, right? But now all of a sudden we have a lot of women here today. And the great thing about Eleanor speaking today, and I did comment to her, was she can say stuff as a woman that I can't say.
That's right.
As
That's
a man,
right. And she did say a couple things as well. That's right.
Yeah. So we got the networking perspective from both ends. We didn't get to do the Mars and Venus thing like we had hoped, but we'll wait for the next one. And here comes Larry. Come on into the
Oh, here he is. We're just talking about you.
right,
Dream,
here's
believe,
the
and
man.
achieve.
And we are live.
It's 2 hours.
You're
We're
supporting the
live.
cause of purple today,
There we
too.
go. That's right.
it. We knew you were coming, so we had to dress appropriate. And where is your purple? What is this?
You think that's not purple? I even had to roll the sleeves
Oh,
there you go.
because everybody was saying it wasn't purple enough for me.
Right, yeah. So Larry Stellar, who's going to present probably in about an hour and a half or two. So you still have time to come down and hear him live?
Well, I'm almost live. Some people think I'm live. Last I checked, the Tires Plus people think I'm live.
Okay.
I have my excuse for why I didn't show up earlier.
You do? Because you weren't allowed out?
No, because my tire went flat.
All right.
And under my normal conditions, of course, I bought two because, I mean, you never know.
Absolutely.
If things didn't go wrong, there'd be nothing to fix.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to spark them up today?
Absolutely.
All right.
As he
That's
always
good.
does. As he always does.
I am looking forward to it. I have to admit that.
I used grit and determination as two adjectives to describe you.
Grit and determination.
Yeah. Fair?
I can't argue.
Okay.
All right, Deb. Come on over and grab into the conversation.
How are you?
I'm doing great. Right, I'm
See.
Debbie Carter.
Debbie, I'm going to be Larry. It's easier for me to remember.
Have a seat.
All right,
Talk
so-
about it.
Tell us a little bit about
Yeah.
what went on this morning.
Well, we did a lot of learning on how to sell and who's a good prospect, and sales is a numbers game, and how to monitor all your numbers and go after what you want, set your goals, lots of things.
Now, there was one or two specific things in the mastermind, a little mastermind session that we did, right?
Yes.
That was good. Tell us a little bit about the mastermind, what it's all about.
Well, the
What was it?
mastermind is when people from different groups come together. They're not like you know, like minds. They're very different.
Right,
so
people
they,
in different
different industries,
industries,
and
right.
they have different perspectives, and they could see things outside of what you see, and then they will bring it to the table.
Right, like this morning we were talking about an event planner.
Yes.
And then you do EVT, right? Your product?
No, Miriam, anti-aging skincare,
Oh, okay.
and for the brain.
It was EHT?
EHT, yes.
EHT, I'm sorry,
yes,
EHT, right.
yes.
So there was different perspective. We were talking about sales, and the end goal would be a customer. And,
Yep.
to get one customer, how many prospects would you need? And, it might be 10 prospects. And
Yep.
10 prospects, how many suspects do you need?
Right,
And it could be 200.
right.
But it was different for every industry.
Every
So that's what we were
industry, yeah.
talking about. And it helped out, like you said, being in different
Absolutely,
industries.
it did. One of the things that I was doing was I was looking for an age group, maybe from 10 to 20, and then from 50 to 70. Instead of looking at an age group, what's your name again?
Bob?
Bob told me here was that I should be looking at certain people in different industries, people that need to focus more, IT people that are up all hours working on the computer, coders and things like that, and that need more clarity and focus and, a nice even energy. And so EHT would be a really good product for those people. So I'm going to start looking for them.
Great,
Yeah.
great.
All
Chris,
right.
you want to come in and say a
Thank
couple
you.
things? All right, he'll come in. We're still waiting for Eli. Eli's coming back? Absolutely. Here comes Eli again. Eli, by the way, for those of you on LinkedIn who don't have a good headshot, this is the man to take care of that. Very professional, fantastic, and take it away.
Well, we're really enjoying ourselves here at the boot camp. Manny does a great job, puts a good program together, learning a lot of great things in marketing, networking, and everything. And I'm very involved with the Gloucester County Chamber of Commerce, so I always learn new stuff.
Yeah, one of the things we talked about networking, we bring it up every single time. People are at lunch right now, is to go to lunch with somebody you never met before.
That's right.
I could always go to lunch with my coworker, but I can't go to lunch with somebody I just met here. So that's one of the things that Manny preaches, and we're practicing right now as we have this broadcast.
And everybody's out doing their thing, having lunch in some of the good fine restaurants in the Rowan University area, and there's a lot of good stuff to come. So guys, come on down. It's really good.
Absolutely, it's great. Manny's coming back now from his coffee break.
You guys.
Oh, no, we were on a roll.
You're doing a great job here. You're on a roll, right?
And you do notice that Manny and I are wearing matching shirts. Just everybody else didn't get the email, about the shirt color.
That's not on Larry's list.
Oh,
It has to be purple, right?
right. Waiting in the wings, Chris King.
I'll give up
EVP
Lacey.
Productions, right?
E-Video Productions.
Yes, right. Why don't you tell us a little about what's going on here?
You might have to tilt up. I'm a little bit taller than you.
Oh, there you go.
How you been?
All right, I'm doing okay. So tell us a little bit about what you're doing, what you've been doing for Manny, and being one of the sponsors here, which is great. Doing all the video, excellent job. If you've seen
Thank
the
you.
previews of the boot camp, the 2 or 3 minute clips, boy, spot on. I tell you, you should be doing the commercials for the these political campaigns that are going on. It'd be great.
It's funny. That's actually a hard nut to crack. That's what we've been trying to. It's you got to know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody. And that's how you get in there. But we're trying. We do a lot of work. We do a lot of promotional marketing, video marketing for companies. We've recently been doing a lot with municipalities. We're very heavy into heroin prevention. We've been doing a lot of heroin prevention videos. Right now, we're working with Monmouth County Prosecutor's Office on a 13 video series on heroin prevention.
I just saw that in Chicago. It's like 43%, addiction for heroin.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
Absolutely, but that's a good thing.
Yeah, well, we live in one of the highest concentrations of heroin in the world in New Jersey.
Wow, did not know that.
Because most of the heroin that comes in through the Port of Newark, where it's then cut and goes out to the rest of the country. And we actually have the highest purity levels in New Jersey because of that.
Wow.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
I'll see. So what
scary.
are some of the things that Manny taught about networking this morning that you haven't heard before? Because you've been at every event.
Well, unfortunately, I was a little bit late this morning because I dropped the kids off. So I missed
But your wife Darcy was
Yeah,
here.
Darcy was here.
Right.
Darcy was here.
So we'll share a little bit about networking at the dinner table, I'm sure, tonight.
Exactly. Well, one of the things Manny always talks about is confidence. Confidence in yourself and your abilities. And when you're networking, keeping eye contact and firm handshakes and smiling and things like that.
Right.
That
No
just-
fish handshakes.
No fish
And that
handshakes.
applies for both men and women.
Mhm.
You know, a lot of women say, well, but don't squeeze it, but just something firm.
Right.
Right. That's what
Exactly.
we're talking about. Look, just like you said, look people in the eye
Mhm.
when you shake. And his big thing was what? Notice the color of their eyes?
Yeah, that's one of the things he always talks about. You should be able to, at the end of a conversation, walk away and remember what the color of the person's eye was.
You know, one of the things that Eleanor brought up too about name tags, and a lot of people get this wrong, is always put it on the right side.
Mhm.
And the reason that you do it on the right side is because when you shake hands, your eyes gravitate right towards that side. If it's on the left side, then you have to look over the other way. You know, it's not good. A lot of people, I see so many people put it on the wrong side.
It's amazing that people really do that. And one of the things that I was taught about networking, I believe it was actually from Manny, is when you're talking to someone, you never really stand directly in front of them.
Mm-hmm.
You always stand slightly to the left.
Okay.
So that name tag is right in front of you, the eye contact's crossed, the handshake is like that.
Right.
It's just, you tend to get a lot more response from people when that happens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, excellent. Yeah, so this afternoon we're waiting for Larry Stellar, who's going to give Dream, Achieve, and Believe. And then we have Janet. She was doing a thing on content in today's market society. You know, it's a little bit different today than it was 10 years ago. Probably going to be different 3 years from now as well. So come on down and get the latest trends of content and marketing.
Sounds great.
Right, okay. Let's see, where else? Who's still over there?
Everyone else is still at lunch.
Right. All right. So tomorrow we have actually both LinkedIn. Howard Yarmish will be here, and Brad Thornburg, and they're going to talk about LinkedIn and Facebook on how best for you to position yourself in those mediums.
And contrary to what most people realize is that there was a question this morning about B2C and B2B marketing in terms of Facebook.
Well, Facebook, right? Exactly.
Well, we do mostly B2B. That's our main
Mhm.
crux of our business, and we use Facebook for that all the time. So you can use Facebook for B2B.
Right. And one of the points that was made this morning about Facebook is like, okay, fine, maybe the business is not there, but Facebook has 1 billion users, I believe. So all of a sudden, Chris and I are connected, and I put something about it. Says, you know what? I had this great videographers that were at my wedding. And somebody says, well, who was that? I said, Chris King at EVP. And bingo, now you have a connection
Mhm.
when you didn't think Facebook was going to work for you, but it does.
It really does.
And that was one of the points that this morning was brought out. So there's John Testa just walked in. John, why don't you come and say hi?
Come on,
We're
John.
live.
Have a
That's
seat.
right. Absolutely.
I've been here
Right.
long enough. Nobody wants to hear from me anymore.
Something about the change.
All yours.
Yes. Right.
Have a seat.
Okay, who am I talking to?
You're talking to a live audience out there of probably a couple thousand users
Oh, wow.
in the
What are
Rossborough County
talking?
area. We're talking about networking and this event in particular. Now, you've been to the first two, and this is the third one.
And yep, and they're very beneficial.
So tell us a little bit about, if they come tomorrow or later today, what they're going to learn, what they're going to pick up.
Oh, there's lots of good advice for business, motivational criteria for how to motivate your staff, how to put your sales teams together. Just ideas on brainstorming with other like business people.
Mhm.
So there's a lot of information that it just piles on top, one on top of another on top of another.
All right, now, if I recall correctly, Jay, you do direct mailing?
Yeah, we do mailing. Like all the majority of the mail in your mailbox that isn't first class is sent out by mail houses like me, where we do hundreds of thousands of something, cruises, schools, just things that generate revenue for large companies.
Now, being an alumni of two events, has a lot of the material that you picked up over the course of the last year and a half helped in your business?
Yeah, there's a lot of networking information in regard to what do you do at a networking event? How do you determine who's going to be the most valuable person to network with, and how to go about interacting at a networking event.
Mhm.
You're not going to run and run for the liquor and the And the food, you want to talk to the people that are there to do business with them. That's the object of going to an event like that.
You know, it's interesting you mentioned that, and Manny points out that every networking event, you should not eat unless it's a dinner event and not drink, because you're there, like you just said, to
do
network.
business.
It's not to eat. And that's the last thing that you want to occur is, you spill something on your tie, spill coffee, or worst case scenario, you have a drink in one hand and an appetizer in another, and somebody comes up and tries to shake your hand. What do?
They walk away from you.
That's right. And it could be business that you just lost.
Yep.
So, Eli, do you have something for the Glockcaster?
Yeah, I just wanted to. Thank you, John. I'm also the membership and events director for the Gloucester County Chamber of Commerce. We have over 840 business members and growing. We're one of the largest chambers in the state of New Jersey. Different synergy than a lot of organizations. We have a very friendly group, very engaging, and our main focus is getting you engaged with other business members and education. So that's primarily what. But we have somebody here that's he poses as an accountant, but he is also a stand-up comic. So we have David Evans here from Alloy Silverstein out of Cherry Hill. So David's just going to talk a little bit about his business and throw some humor into this whole thing.
Great. Okay, David.
How you doing?
Bob Zecker, nice to meet you.
He generally does stand up, but he's going to sit down.
I'm going to sit down for this.
It's oxymoron, isn't it?
Yeah, stand up, comic and accountant.
Sit down, comic.
Yeah. It's oxymoronic.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Yeah. So I am a CPA with Alloy Silverstein in Cherry Hill, and came to that firm 2 years ago and tried to put a little more marketing life into it. Because accountants, the reputation that we have is boredom and
Stuffed shirt that pushes a pencil
and
on
it is well
hits a
deserved.
calculator.
It's well deserved in a lot of cases.
Right.
But so try to turn that around a little. And
This is your first boot camp.
it's my first boot camp.
And what drew you to Manny's marketing automation boot camp? What was that one thing that attracted you that brought you in?
Manny.
Okay, yeah.
Um,
Seems to be a popular response.
Manny seems to be good at what he does, great at what he does, very knowledgeable, and I like talking to him. We have a little LinkedIn group through the chamber on once a month, and got to know Manny there.
And if there's one thing that you hope to get out of the next day and a half, what would that be? The one thing?
How to I call it stick-to-itiveness. How to make a plan and then stick to it. That's always been the problem. You come up with plans, but finding a way to put pressure on myself to stick to it.
Now, that's one of the things that Manny does as a coach, right? Hold your feet to the fire.
Absolutely.
Sometimes he could be, like that dog wrapped around your leg trying to get rid of him, but he just...
And that's what a coach is for. I mean, it's almost like a personal trainer. I don't work out.
But if you did...
My kids work out. My daughter, she came home one day and I was telling her jokes because I'm a comedian, and she starts laughing. She says, "Don't make me laugh. It hurts. I just worked out." I said, "Well, what would you do that to yourself for?"
Is there a favorite joke that you have? You lighten it up a little bit?
I don't have a joke that would be appropriate.
Oh, okay. All right. So you'll have to stay tuned after 9 o'clock.
Right.
That's
Once the cocktail hour starts,
Start.
we'll be fine.
We can do that.
But I will be at the Catch a Rising Star in Princeton, 3 shows this weekend.
And Catch a Rising Star in Princeton. And what time do the shows start?
Friday 7:30. Friday 8 o'clock. Saturday 7:30 and 9:30.
Wow, that's terrific. First time you'd be there? Or?
No.
Okay, so regular venue for you there, Pop? Great. So
great
if you're in the
time.
Princeton area, come out. Absolutely. It'd be great. All right. There's some more. Oh, come on up.
How are you?
I think we're having Bob Zecker.
Joe Booth. Nice to meet
Joe
you. Bob.
Booth, pleasure. So, Joe, tell us a little bit about, your involvement here at the marketing boot camp, and if there's something that you picked up that you learned this morning, and something that you'd like to grab.
Yeah, had a chance to meet Manny a couple weeks ago at Rastelli's. Over with a friend of ours brought us to a Friday morning marketing event there once a month. And it was a good event, good chance to meet Manny. And it was, what's really useful here is I think the social media. Of course, I'm a little bit older, so take advantage of LinkedIn and things like that, Facebook, things
Oh,
along
but you
those
say a
lines.
little bit older, but I just read that most of the people on Facebook are over 45.
Oh, okay, well,
So-
maybe I'm not, yeah.
Right, right.
So I'm right in that demographic there.
So what did you learn about LinkedIn and Facebook this morning that to help you with your business?
Well, I need to do a little better job. I'm pretty good with LinkedIn, but I want to learn to do some better data mining and whatnot. But my Facebook is really woeful, and I need to do a better job. I also need to do a better job. I'm very curious. What I think I learned this morning is what I don't know, what I want to find out. Specifically, the ability to post to a single time and have it update various levels of social media, such as LinkedIn and Facebook. Minimize the time to get the maximum exposure.
And what type of business are you in again?
We work with mostly industrial clients like manufacturers and wholesale distributors, and we provide ERP software is what it's referred to. And it's the software to run logistics and daily operations.
And what's the name of your firm?
My company is NPAS.
NPAS.
Yeah, we're over in Drexel Hill, PA.
Oh,
So like a little bit of travel to get here, about an hour or so.
huh. I live right over near close to you.
Do you really?
Where
do you live?
Havertown.
Wow. I grew
Look
up
at
in
this. We
Havertown.
come all the way to Glassboro to meet each other, and he's in the next town over.
Where did you go to school in Havertown? Did you go to school over there?
No, I did not.
Okay.
No, I was actually born in New Jersey, so it's maybe a little bit of accent I have. I'm from Newark
Okay,
originally.
I got you. Small world. Havertown's a beautiful area.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it's just come over to Commodore Barry Bridge, right down 322
Yeah.
at the Courtyard Marriott, right on Rowan's campus here in Glassboro. Still time to come in today. And of course, tomorrow is, to your point, all about LinkedIn and Facebook on how it can propel your business to increase sales going forward.
Well, it takes care of things exponentially, which is real good. You don't have to go one-on-one anymore. It basically spreads your word very, very quickly. So I'm very eager to, maximize that.
Now, one of the things that Eleanor brought up this morning was to make sure, just like, we learned in the old days, is, if you don't want it to be on the front page of the New York Times, don't post it.
Yeah.
She made it, a big point to say, if it's inappropriate, make sure you don't put it on LinkedIn, of course, but especially Facebook,
Very true.
because you can't delete it. You might be able to move it down, but you can't delete it.
It's there forever.
It's there forever.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Discretion is a better part of valor. For
Right.
Sure.
Well, that's terrific.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank
John.
you. Nice meeting you, Bob.
Absolutely.
My neighbor over in Havertown.
That's right. Manny, you ready to close up, or?
I think so. I was trying to get a Mark on here, but I don't know what happened to him. So, Jeff, you want to get on? You want to talk with Mr. Bob? Okay.
Oh, come on.
Okay.
A couple thousand people. That's all. Well, if you come on, maybe it'll go up to 10,000. Maybe you could be.
All right. We're actually going to close out. We will actually be broadcasting again tomorrow, live from here the same way. Doesn't Bob do a good job? Oh, man, you are a natural here.
Coach Manny, don't forget, automated marketing automation boot camp, and it's intense. But if you want to learn and you want to excel, come to this boot camp. Still time today. Definitely come tomorrow.
Okay. We'll see you then.